And we back. Got more One Piece for y'all boys today, and this time we covering Syrup Village. I appreciate all the comments and likes y'all been giving me. Keep showing love so I can drop these sooner and do more series. Leave a like if you enjoy, and follow my socials in the link below. With that being said, let's go. On the road again. Nami, being the voice of reason, knows they aren't ready for the Grand Line, and Luffy agrees since they don't have enough meat. Nami explains the real reason they aren't ready is because of their lack of crew members, a ship, and everything else you need to be a pirate. Luffy agrees because he wants a cook and a musician. But where's he gonna get those? Looking at her map, Nami notices an inhabited island to the south where they can look for a ship, and that's their next destination. Meanwhile, in Syrup Village, some kids warning people about pirates invading, introducing Usopp, a fucking liar. Apparently, this is a hobby of his, and the townspeople are sick of it, so they get to cussing him out and chasing him, but the kid loves it.
What did he do to make them niggas that mad?
And he ends up getting away anyway. This is our introduction to Usopp, the biggest liar in anime. And this nigga is proud of himself since he's making the town more interesting. While he's relaxing, these little kids call out to him, two members of the alleged Usopp pirates. Then they hear the last member of the alleged Usopp pirates screaming because pirates are here, for real this time. But once they tell Usopp there's only 3 of them, he's suddenly ready to confront them. Once they get to shore, Zoro immediately senses someone watching them, and them niggas get to busting. Then the flags start raising, and Captain Usopp shows himself, with his 80 million men waiting. Obviously he's lying, and Nami calls that shit out quick.
Gotcha, bitch!
So the rest of the alleged Usopp pirates abandon this nigga. Luffy starts laughing at him, and Usopp takes offense to this since he's a proud man. So Usopp pulls a slingshot on Luffy. And Luffy says, if you gonna pull that bitch, you better use it.
just looks at him and says, if you gonna pull that bitch, you better use it.
Put the fear of God in Usopp's ass.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
Then Luffy starts laughing like, I just stole that shit from Shanks. And Usopp reacts like he knows who that is. I guess they chill now, so they go out to eat, and Nami asks Usopp if he knows where they can get a ship. But Usopp ensures there's no chance of this. That's when Zoro notices a huge mansion on the hill, but Usopp firmly says they can't go there, and he gets the fuck up out of there. Later on, the alleged Usopp pirates show up to save their captain.
お前らのキャプテンならな。食っちめって。
Meanwhile at the mansion, a girl named Kaya is upset because she wants to see Usopp, but her clearly not evil butler won't let her since his goofy stories won't help her sickness.
亡くなられたご両親から固く申し付けられているのです。かやお嬢様をしっかりお守りするようにと。
But right when he leaves, look who shows up. Since Usopp is an alleged warrior of the sea, he spends time telling Kai about his alleged adventures. This one's about fighting a giant goldfish, like that would ever happen. Poop that looks like solid ground. Luffy and them show up to the mansion looking for Usopp, and the alleged Usopp pirates tell them about his relationship with Kaya, which kinda warms Luffy up to him. Luffy also gets the bright idea to ask her for a ship. And Luffy gum rockets them all over the gate. Usopp tries to say that they're recruits for the Usopp pirates, but Luffy not going for that shit. Right as Luffy's gonna ask for a ship, Kratos tells them to get the fuck out. Then he starts talking crazy to Usopp. Like, you ain't no better than your dirty ass pirate daddy.
He's got me fucked up.
You must really hate that deadbeat, huh? Usopp hear that shit and steal off on his ass. And he lets him know he's proud of his deadbeat ass daddy, and that's one thing he'll never lie about. Regardless, Kratos tells them to leave immediately. Once they're gone, Kratos reminisces on how he became the butler 3 years ago. Apparently, he was kicked off his ship and washed up near the mansion, where Kai's parents found him and took him in. This fake ass crying. Back with the main guys, Luffy and Usopp are missing, but the alleged Usopp pirates have an idea where he is. That's when Onion comes back yelling about a backwards walking man, and this nigga was dead ass. This is the hypnotist, Django.
ワンツージャンゴでお前らは眠くなる。 が行くぞ。ワン、ツー、ジャンゴ。
Meanwhile, at Usopp's special spot, Luffy's found Usopp and figured out Usopp is his dad. They spend a while talking about how great of a pirate Usopp is and bond over their mutual hatred of Cloudor. And they see this nigga talking to Michael Django. Apparently they got some plan. Luffy and Usopp are confused as fuck cause these niggas are planning to kill Kaya. Then they want to take her inheritance by using MJ to hypnotize her. Turns out this butler is none other than Captain Kuro.
Who?
A pirate who faked his death 3 years ago. But he doesn't like being called that name anymore because blah blah blah. Usopp is freaking the fuck out since Kuro is known to be very dangerous. Luffy sees Usopp's upset, so he decides to solve this the only way he knows how. Once they realize they were heard, Django moves to hypnotize them, and he ends up knocking Luffy and himself out. Luffy, being unconscious, falls off the cliff. Everyone assumes this killed Luffy, but we know better. Kuro and Django agree to attack the village in the morning, and Usopp is distraught, so he runs off to do God knows what.
Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there?
He runs straight past these niggas, don't say shit to him. He's focused on getting to the village. Zoro, on the other hand, is worried about Luffy, so he gets the alleged Usopp pirates to take him to the shore. Meanwhile, Usopp is warning the villagers of pirates coming, but nobody's believing him this time. We heard this shit before. Oh yeah, Kaya bought Cloudor some glasses as a gift. She's celebrating while this nigga finna get jumped. Chased his ass off the block. While they playing, Kuro and them getting ready. Also, Luffy is up and he tells Zoro and the kids Kuro's playing. Back to Usopp. We bouncing around a lot. He's come to warn Kaya about Cloudor being a pirate and all his plans, but obviously she doesn't believe him either. Kaya's other butler, Mary, hears this nigga screaming and pulls the blick. So Usopp snatches Kaya up and dips. Bro low-key going crazy, knocking all the guards out. Kaya is not fucking with this shit, so she smacks the fuck out of this nigga. Mary catches up with them and actually shoots my nigga, with his back turned as crazy. BLM. Then he tells the whole town to go after him. Is this the 1800s? When Usopp gets back, the crew is waiting for him, so my nigga gotta wipe his tears and fix his face. Damn. First question he asks is how is Luffy alive, but the more important thing is warning the people. But at this point, Usopp has decided to handle it himself. He tells them it was just another lie, but the Straw Hats know the truth. Usopp's crew, on the other hand, are upset at him for telling such a harmful lie and say they've lost respect for him. I forgot it was this bad, oh my god. Later that night, Usopp tells the Straw Hats he plans to handle this alone, and the Straw Hats obviously decide to help him. Like, come on man, you know who we are? With that over with, they start planning their defenses, but the Straw Hats can't strategize for shit. Oh, One Piece humor just hit so different. Same time, Cloudor gets back home and he sees the gift Kaya bought for him. Bro just smashes that shit for no reason, just being a dick. Since his plans are starting soon, he decides to just end the games here and reveal his true nature to Mary right before he cuts this nigga. That is insane. Now Usopp is setting up traps for the pirates. Hopefully someone doesn't get caught in any of them. Morning time hits and these niggas are here 6 on the dot. The crew hears the yelling coming from somewhere and realizes they on the whole wrong side of the island. Usopp, you dumbass. But it's fine, to get there they just gotta go straight north. But Zoro and Nami end up slipping on the oil and Nami uses Zoro to climb back up. Usopp is the first to get there and he doing his whole Captain Usopp thing until he remembers Luffy was ahead of him. So where the fuck is Luffy? Django and crew have also found the crew's treasure and you know they taking that shit. Usopp says he'll let them keep it if they leave the island, but they're choosing to keep the treasure and the village since they are pirates. Django tries to hypnotize Usopp, but Nami cracks this nigga for trying to sell her treasure and tells the rest of them niggas she coming for her shit. She wasting time arguing with Usopp, so Django and them just say fuck it and blitz him. Usopp got these little ball shits, so him and Nami scatter him on the ground. Spikes tearing their ass up. Then they realize they might have spread him a bit too much, and this nigga pop out and crack his ass. Usopp stay getting hold. But my nigga got hurt, he don't quit. They try to finish him off, but Nami steps in, so now they both fucked. But Django reminds them of the mission, so they just let him go. But just when they giving up hope, these niggas get sent back.
I want all these hoes to know that a real nigga just hit the dope. No more Versace get off.
Slump there. Kuro sitting here waiting, and he low-key getting pissed.
It's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck y'all niggas at? Niggas ain't outside.
Back to the fight, all the goons are back up, and Django hypnotizes them to make them stronger. Now that got these niggas kinda nervous. It's a real fight now. Luffy and Zoro assure them they'll handle it, especially Luffy since he got hypnotized too. Yeah, he can handle it. This nigga so roided up, he snatches their mask straight off their ship and he finna smack them with it. But Django hypnotizes him to fall asleep. But when he falls over, the mask lands on him anyway. Kuro's sick of waiting, so now he's coming to see them, and Onion sees him on his way there. That's when Kaya wakes up and finds Mary on the floor bleeding out, and he tells her it was Claudor that attacked him and all about his plan, meaning Usopp wasn't lying.
Are you serious right now, bro?
They decide the only thing to do is just give Kuro what he wants, so Kaya's gonna go talk to him. After seeing Kuro, the kids have realized Usopp wasn't lying and are also on their way. Back at the battle, Django's got some new fighters, the Nyaban brothers.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Django tells them they gotta fight Zoro, and these niggas is pussy. No pun intended. They don't want to do it, but Django not really giving them a choice, so... Zoro don't even want to fight bro at this point, but Catboy still attacks. Turns out he was just trying to trick Zoro into letting his guard down, but Zoro not that stupid. But while they clash, he took two of Zoro's swords and throws them out the way. He ain't no Zoro don't play by his swords. Bro actually bent his body to avoid the slice.
The nigga swung his body to the side.
Now they trying to jump my nigga. Why is it always Zoro?
Help me! Help me! Nigga!
Usopp tries to help him, but Zoro takes the hit himself and gets cut the fuck up. Zoro's trying to handle it himself so the enemy doesn't focus on Nami and Usopp. Since he's struggling, Nami's gonna sneak and get his swords for him. But right when she grabs him, Django slices her ass. That's when Kuro shows up and he blows.
Nanda kono zama wa!
He start cussing the whole crew out, but they not going this time. Niggas done grew some balls. They feel like Kuro fell off and even they can beat him now. So they try to attack him, but this nigga fast as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, this nigga kinda cold. Put them niggas in check. While everybody distracted, Nami kicks Zoro's swords to him.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Turns out one of the brothers survived, and Django uses hypnosis to make him a monster. Now Nami's gotta get Luffy up before they die. Django tries to stop her, but Luffy gets up and accidentally saves her. Now the real fight's starting. Nami's lost too much blood, so she's done. Kuro's had enough waiting, and he's decided to kill everybody, crew included. Same time, Kaya finally makes it, and this nigga tries to cut her down, no hesitation. Her and Usopp make up and stuff, but Kuro interrupts, asking why she showed up. Kaya makes her little offer to him, but he declines. He reveals his true goal is to live a peaceful life like the one he's experienced in the village. But that's when Kaya ups the fire on this nigga. But Kuro starts taking his gloves off and reminiscing about his time with her. All that just to get the gun and start flaming her ass. Basically saying the time they spent was humiliating for him. That's when Usopp grabs the blick and bro weaves that shit like it was nothing. And he finna smoke Usopp ass too. Duffs. Who's doing it like him? Got Kuro ass laid out. Even the little niggas show up and give his ass one. But they ain't do nothing but piss him off. He don't even touch the kids. He walks straight to Usopp. Punch his ass. Kuro decides to fight Luffy and leaves Kaya and the others to Django. But Zoro cuts Django off. That's when he calls Cat Dude back into the fight. Now Django has a clear path to Kaya and Usopp can't even move anymore, so he tells his crew to protect Kaya for him and run away. Django tries to stop them, but Usopp distracts him. Then Kuro instructs him to chase after them. Why he's standing like that? Freak ass. Anyway, Luffy's approaching now, but Kuro ready. At the same time, Zoro handles Catboy. Luffy tells Usopp to go help Kaya, but bro still can't move, and Kuro clowning his ass. Usopp still ensures he will protect this village from Kuro. The rest of his crew laughs at that until Luffy checks their ass. Zoro decides to help Usopp find Kaya, and Kuro tries to stop them until Luffy distracts him. Now Luffy versus Kuro has officially started. Hey, these niggas scrapping though. While they run from Django, Kaya's sickness starts to affect her, so they literally can't run anymore, and the Usopp pirates decide to fight. In a flashback, we find out Kuro used Captain Morgan, yes, that Captain Morgan, to fake his death, and that's how Morgan got his fame. Luffy don't care though, he finna whoop him regardless. Told that nigga he don't even deserve to be a pirate. Then Luffy uses the rock to break one of his gloves, while the kids use tricks they learned from Usopp to fight Django. But eventually their luck runs out, and Kaya reveals herself to save them. All this commotion is heard by Usopp and Zoro, and they run in that direction. Back on the hill, Kuro tells his crew he planned to kill them from the beginning, and they won't leave this island alive. Luffy thinks that's lame as fuck and tells Kuro Usopp's a way better captain than him, and he pops this nigga. Bro just starts swaying back and forth and his crew starts freaking out. Luffy's confused until Kuro straight disappears and niggas start dropping. His attacks are swinging wildly, hitting everything in the area and no one can even see him. That's when he starts cutting Luffy up, but bro catches him and slams his ass. He tries to do that shit again, but Luffy ready this time.
Gotcha, bitch.
Back in the forest, Django about to finish Kaya and the kids until Zoro and Usopp get there. GG's.
俺の名前を一生覚えてろ。俺は海賊王になる男だ。
Luffy kicks the rest of the pirates out and tells them to never come back, and Usopp decides not to tell the village what happened today and set out to sea all on his own. Since obviously he can't take them with him, the Usopp pirates are disbanded. For saving the island, Kaya has a gift for our Straw Hats, a brand new ship, the Going Merry. At the same time, Usopp shows up in Usopp fashion. Usopp tries to say goodbye to the crew, but they tell him to get his dumb ass on the ship since they're obviously friends now. As they sail out, Mary and Kaya talk about Usopp's childhood. Usopp started lying about pirates coming to give his mom hope that Yasopp would return for them while she dealt with her illness, and he kept doing it in hopes that it would come true someday. Sheesh. The Straw Hats celebrate their new crewmate as they sail to their next destination, Baratier, the sea restaurant.
Damn, I can't forget about them late nights. I'm stuck in the mix, I can't